morning. Happy Monday, October 9th. So what's going on? Well, did you see last week? An amazing streak has finally come to an end. The Chicago Bears actually won, woohoo, a game on Thursday Night Football, 40-20 against the Washington Commanders. Now it's time to start a new streak. Will it be winning or losing? On a sad note, Bears legend Dick Butkus passed away at the age of 80 years old. He was a 5-time All-Pro player, an 8-time Pro Bowl player, and he was a first ballot inductee into the Hall of Fame. On another note, comedy of the week. Have you been paying attention to our government? Oh my goodness. Speaker of the House, first time ever, has been ousted, and now they're looking for a new Speaker of the House, and all the stupidity starts all over again. You know, we vote these guys into office. Are we to blame? Maybe we should vote for better quality people who actually have us in mind. And I guess it all started over the budget. Anyway, let's get to today's topic. Open enrollment is just now 1 week away, and 50% of people enrolling in Medicare supplemental insurance coverages are rolling into Medicare Advantage plans. So let's take a look at some of the reasons as to why these plans are now becoming more and more popular. It was just a few years ago, it seemed like we only had just a few counties, northern Illinois and maybe around Springfield, that had Medicare Advantage plans that were available. And a lot of you think that I'm negative on the plans. I'm negative on buying something you don't know anything about. I'm negative on buying something that Joe Namath says is zero premium, zero copay. So let's take a good look at some of the reasons why people are going to these Medicare Advantage plans. So one of the reasons these plans are becoming more popular is simply the provider network. The networks have grown. I've got one insurance company that is saying that they've got all 74 hospitals in the Chicago metropolitan area in all of their plans. A lot of them have the prescription drug cards built in, so you don't have to go out and buy a separate prescription drug card. And if you know that the plans have a maximum out of pocket, then that's something that you can budget for simply by maybe saving the difference between the Medicare supplement premium and the savings you're experiencing on the premium or lack thereof with a Medicare Advantage plan. Another nice feature of a Medicare Advantage plan is the premium payment method if a premium's necessary. It can be deducted out of Social Security for those who are on Social Security. That's a huge plus because you're not worried about the premium getting paid, and unfortunately, if end of life occurs, a lot of times people haven't paid attention to their finances and their loved ones are not going to be saying, oh my gosh, my parents paid premium all these years and the last 2 months they didn't get their premium paid and the policy's not covering it. Another attractive feature about Medicare Advantage plans is your needs in the plan that you have may need to be changed from year to year. It can always be revisited during open enrollment, which just starts next week, between October 15th and December 7th, and you can switch plans because maybe your health situation has changed and a new plan might be more advantageous than the old one that you're on. And by switching, it's all guaranteed issue. No health questions are asked, period. Additional benefits, perks, whatever you want to call it. And one nice one is dental insurance. I've seen Medicare Advantage plans have $2,000 and up annual benefit for Medicare. And that's a lot more than maybe what people are accustomed to having from their employer-based insurance. Also, it's very important to get your teeth cleaned. People who get their teeth cleaned have a lower incidence of cardiac problems. There's the hearing benefit. You know, you can get your hearing checked with a lot of plans for free. This week I had my hearing checked, and I was told that as you age, your hearing starts to decrease and dementia can increase, probably because you can't hear as well. So getting your hearing checked can be very important for your sanity. And there can be things like transportation. Some of these Medicare Advantage plans offer transportation to and from providers for those who can't get out or don't have availability of transportation. And how about this? If you've had a hospital stay and you come home from the hospital, some of these plans offer meals for maybe up to 30 days or something like that to help you recover. That's a nice deal, isn't it? And how about over the counter? Over the counter, Mark? What are you talking about? Well, some of these plans can offer you $75, $90, $100 a quarter. Don't hold me on that dollar amount because every plan's different, but a quarter to buy over-the-counter type health and wellness products. And they can help you with things like senior housing, adult daycare, community activities. They can work with you on stuff like that. And for those of you who want to stay active and healthy and whatnot, some of these plans have health club memberships. Silver Sneakers is a very popular one. I think I've mentioned that before in some of the videos. And they have a wonderful app for your phone. You know, a lot of the insurance companies, once a policy's been issued, want to contact you to set you up with a home visit from a nurse or some type of healthcare professional. They'd like to help establish a baseline to make sure that you're happy and safe in your home, that your medications, if you're on medications, are properly being taken, and help you with any assistance that you might need now that they know about it. So, Mark, this all sounds pretty good. I might be interested. I'd like to talk to you about it. Well, my number's on the bottom of the screen here, and if you contact me and you're interested in this, I'll ask you to fill out what's referred to as a scope of appointment form. Right here, you'll have to sign it. And that allows me to talk to you about the Medicare Advantage plans, drug plans, Medicare supplements, dental, vision, hearing, and hospital indemnity programs. And that's it. Sorry, I can't sell you a driveway. Okay? And at the same time, at that meeting, I'm going to want to fill out right here what is what we call a questionnaire, just to help get an idea if what you're thinking actually makes sense to look at a Medicare Advantage plan for you. And if so, then maybe what type of Medicare Advantage plan is in your best interest that meets your needs. So anyway, what's going on at the MLD agency? Well, last week we helped a couple people with their health insurance, and a couple people go on Medicare. And we also worked with a group on group policy, and we wrote a nice life insurance policy. That's what's going on at the MLD agency and all. Hey, on a side note, did you see in our area here on Tuesday night, the International Space Station flew overhead? It was the coolest thing. My wife and I stood out in front of our home and we watched it. It looked like a plane flying high in the sky without flashing lights, and you could see how wide it was. It was very fun and interesting to watch. After growing up in the 60s and watching all the space missions and Apollo missions take off, to see it actually overhead was kind of exciting. Anyway, hope you have a good week coming up. Until next week.